Hey everybody, and welcome back to Kit's Castle Cup. This is round 1, game 3. This is between Heyyyhoooo and Infernowl. Heyyyhoooo has the white pieces and Infernowl has the black pieces. This is a pretty good game, and Heyyyhoooo opens with c4 and Infernowl plays b6. The English opening, looking to maybe fiend shadow his bishop early. Heyyyhoooo plays knight to c3, and Infernowl plays c6, a little odd, maybe looking to push the d pawn, but this does block the bishop from fiend shadowing. Heyyyhoooo responds with e4, blocking off the d pawn, preventing that little push, and pretty much taking the entirety of the center. Infernowl plays bishop to a6, attacking the c-pawn, but it's pretty well defended by the bishop. Heyyyhoooo plays d3, defending both pawns. Infernowl plays f6, attacking the e-pawn, maybe looking to push g4, not really sure what's going on, but hey, it's developing pieces, so it can't be too bad. G3 from Heyyyhoooo, a little odd because you're kind of giving Infernowl free tempo, but not the worst move. Infernowl plays e6. Could go for a little, he could defend the pieces, but I guess that allows him to maybe attack with the bishop. So there's that. F4 from Heyyyhoooo, just looking to push and take all the space in the world. Infernowl, bishop to d6, attacking the pawn, but he gets pushed out really easily, and now there's a nice fork coming with e5. And Heyyyhoooo does indeed fork these two pieces, this nice bishop and knight. Infernowl can't take because then he just gets taken, and then there's an attack against the knight, and yeah, it's just really bad. So Infernowl attacks the knight, pins the knight to the king with b4, and Heyyyhoooo just takes the free knight with e captures on f6. Bishop captures on c3. This comes with check, however, pawn captures on c3, giving away more material with a trade, but doubles the pawns, but it's not the best move. Infernowl takes that pawn with g captures on f6. Probably would have been better to capture with the queen just because you don't double up the pawns. However, it's not terrible. Bishop to g2, preventing the c pawn from pushing, or else he loses his rook. Fiend shadowing the bishop, getting really nice attack going. Good. Infernowl castles here, a little odd considering you've literally opened up this file for attack, but maybe would have been better to think about castling queenside. However, well. Heyyyhoooo, knight to f3, developing the knight. c5, with the block, with Heyyyhoooo developing his knight, it blocks his bishop from taking that rook. However, it kind of just happens next turn when he moves his knight out of the way. Tragic. Heyyyhoooo castles and knight to c6, kind of defending the rook, kind of not. Bishop to a3, developing the bishop, attacking the pieces. This raw attack. Queen to e7, defending the pawn. Probably a better move would have been like pushing the f5, but queen to c2, attacking providing a push and attacking the pawn on h7 eventually. Queen d6. I mean, attacking, you're kind of attacking everything at this point, and you're defending, and yeah, but you're not really doing a good job because this pawn is still pinned to this queen, but oh well. And Heyyyhoooo starts pushing with d4. Infernowl responds with knight to a5, attacking the undefended hanging pawn. Knight to d2, opening up the attack against the rook with his bishop and defending the c-pawn. Bishop captures on c4 with an attack against the rook. Knight captures on c4, eliminating that. Knight captures on c4. Bishop captures on a6. And then rook captures back on a8. Sorry. Pawn captures on c5 and then attack again with a double attack against the queen. Pawn captures on c5. And now rook to d1 with an attack against the queen. Knight captures on a3. A little too late, but it comes with an attack against the queen. Queen to a4, blocking everything off. Queen to f8, retreating with the queen. Queen captures on a3, just capturing back that material. Queen to h6, probably would have been best to defend the d-pawn, or at least keep the queen around to defend the d-pawn. But and you don't really do anything with this because you can't attack this because, you know, that's just, you just lose. Can't really attack here because you just kind of lose. But rook captures on d6. This, again, would have been better if you had placed the queen here. Then the rook couldn't have come in, or else he loses his rook. Rook to f8. Kind of defending the king. Kind of defending the f-pawn. A little bit of everything. Queen captures on a7, just taking material. Queen to h5, still defending the f-pawn, and is now defending the c-pawn. Rook to c7, with this comes with a double attack against the c-pawn, and maybe this way he can't really defend with the queen. Queen to e2, taking off defense off of both of those pawns. However, maybe looking to get into some nice checks. Queen captures on c5 and e5. Pushing just a little bit. Probably not the best idea, but yeah, what else are you going to do? a4 probably would have been best to just take and then exchange pieces and then you win. Queen to c2, a little odd given that the a-pawn is defended and you're not really defending anything, and now you've also removed the defense off of the e-pawn, but a5, continuing to push the pawn. Queen to b2. I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss, but queen to a3 is looking for a queen exchange. Queen to b8 probably would have been best to just go with the exchange at that point. Queen to c5, just maneuvering around, defending the pawn. Queen to b3, like just going back to where he was. a6, pushing the pawn. h5, Infernowl decides to push. And rook to c8, looking to maybe exchange the rooks and really solidify his win. Infernowl plays h4. Rook captures on f8. King moves away as he can't capture back because the rook is defended by the queen. Pawn to a7, looking to promote. Queen to b7, looking to stop that. Pawn promotes on a8. Queen captures, rook captures, king to g6, rook to h8, king to f5, rook to a7, king to g4, running away. Rook captures on h4, this comes with check, and the rook is defended. King to f3. Rook captures on f7. e4, pushing the pawn. And finally, queen to f2, checkmate, as g4 is attacked, e3 is attacked, and the king is in check, and he has nowhere to go. This is the last game of round 1. The next video will be about round 2, which is Kate versus Heyyyhoooo, so that'll be fun. This game, it was interesting. There was a good opening. There was a few blunders along the way. However, it was still an interesting game to observe and watch live. But yes, thank you all so much for watching. This video will go up tonight, and then I'll work on more videos for the future. And as of the time of recording, we should be finishing up round 3 tonight and heading into round 4, so that's exciting. But yes, thank you all so much for watching, and peace out for now.